ring off.
Yeah.
There's the other interviews she's done where she said, hey, I never got a chance to, for all intents and purposes, have a whole phase.
She also said,
what's up everybody, welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. Relationships have always been a cornerstone of human experience, but the way we form them, maintain and even end them has evolved dramatically in the modern era. Technology, shifting societal norms and changing expectations have redefined what it means to be in a relationship. Technology has revolutionized how we meet and interact with potential partners. Though it's made it easier to meet with potential partners, it also poses new challenges. Traditional gender roles have been redefined in modern relationships. Women are increasingly independent, and men are more open to expressing vulnerability. This shift has led to more egalitarian partnerships where responsibilities like childcare, housework, and financial contribution are shared. Modern relationships often emphasize individuality and personal growth. While this is healthy, it can sometimes create tension when partners struggle to balance their personal goals with the needs of the relationship.
Gonna do Asia Wilson, shout out to you, 4th MVP. And I mean, I love y'all.
I don't fuck with him. I don't fuck with him at all.
Speaking of black women, what's up with Ayesha Curry? I've seen her in the news a lot.
what happened now?
Ish can break it down.
No. I don't have the full gamut. They said basically she
goes on every media opportunity and makes it sound, well, to people that want to analyze it this way, that she's unhappy or didn't ever want to be married or blah, 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 blah.
She goes on a tour. The narrative is that she embarrasses her husband at return.
Is that not what she said?
Let's play the clip first and see what she said.
I'm going to find the clip, but to you married brothers, like, is that just part of marriage, like your partner having a voice? Because I'm cool with marrying my psycho partner, but we be in the crib with it. Like, I'll listen to that shit. But if they could just say some shit and then the world here.
Yo, you might ain't get the 300-400 yet.
The 300-400
million he's talking about.
Oh yeah, he don't give a fuck. Yeah, this nigga don't care
At all.
No, he cares.
I don't think he does.
He cares. I think he cares. I think while you look for the clip, I think Ayesha Curry is who y'all try to paint Sierra to be.
Say more.
Yeah.
People constantly say Sierra's with Russell because this is not the dude she wants. She just settled for him. She wants
You cooking ice.
the bad boy and all this other shit, and she seems to really be happy and really be this person.
with a cookbook though.
I think that Ayesha Curry is all of that shit y'all say about Sierra applies to Ayesha Curry.
That nigga cooking with a cookbook.
Who you heard say that, nigga?
That's a good one.
Where you get that from? You got that from Miss D's? That was fire. Where you get that from? He ain't come up with that fire.
Watch your mouth, nigga.
He heard that somewhere.
I'm not.
I don't like that phrase.
That ain't come from that
Nigga, she got a
noggin.
cookbook.
That was a good one. I'm not doing does anybody know how long
I had the clip if you want me to
been
play
in
it.
a relationship?
Let's hear the clip first.
Always knew you wanted a big family? No.
Hey, and before I play this clip, this is her on Call Her Daddy.
Okay.
Or Call Me Daddy.
Yeah.
You know the one.
Yeah.
Which,
Two very different shows.
no, it's the same show. The bitch that went and got the money.
It's Squawk.
You know who it is. The one that left her partner and fucking balled
Took
out.
off.
Yeah, took off. Left her partner working at Whole Foods back.
No.
Packing up
Partner
shit.
left. Partner thought she was Ayesha and left Steph alone. And Steph went out there started getting stepping.
The partner was fighting for how she was being treated at the company, and she got the bad end of the stick. That's why I keep telling Mark about fighting for your rights. Hey, sometimes
you get them.
Sometimes.
Here you go. Here go your rights.
No, but listen, all I want to say about, women that go on that podcast, it seemed like
Oh, yeah. That's their place to get their shit off.
they getting their shit off.
empowering.
They getting their shit off up there, man. What, shouldn't women be allowed to have their space?
Yes.
The she shed.
Before I play the clip,
The kitchen.
all right.
And they calling me. This nigga said the she should. Oh.
Before I play the clip, I just want to hear where y'all stand on. Shouldn't women have their space where they get to go talk their womanly, girly, women empowerment shit?
Yeah.
Like uninterrupted.
Yeah,
We do here.
Podwives.
Everybody deserves a space.
Yes. But what happens is when you say that in your space and you are popular figure,
Good for you, nigga. I hear you.
then that shit gonna come out. And you can't control what comes out to the media. And I also think that, you should be able to have your space, but you should also have some reservations if it's going to make your significant other look stupid.
Exactly.
All right.
I think a lot of these empowered ones.
Let me play that.
Let
Let me play the clip.
You think they're disobedient?
Kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be a career girl, and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals, and I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, me, like they can maybe tell him,
Sorry.
fucking shots suck tonight, but like that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it, like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
I do not have
Kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big
That's the
family?
clip.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she go further because she goes to say
Because that right there is not bad to me.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, that's
I
not
totally
bad at
agree with
all.
everything she said.
No, she was just saying she tried to talk to him. He just don't understand because he's like, well, we got everything. Like, that's my question.
Go get a job,
I
then.
disagree with that.
Well,
part.
see, so again,
Slow down. I think we're having a lot of conversation.
yeah. That's,
all right, go ahead. Let's.
So Corey said, "Yo, what the fuck you gonna go do?" And I said, "Yeah, that part."
She can go get a job.
I disagree with that piece. I think that there is power in you going out, earning your keep, whatever the case may be. It's some fulfillment there.
And they
You know
got
what I'm
fly sewing machines now.
You ain't seen the Williamson
The shit with the laser.
For real.
Yeah, the shit with the laser.
They got the shit with the, the triple needle.
Good job, man.
Yo, and they call me the misogynist.
It's easier than ever to go grocery shopping now too.
Yeah.
No, I disagree. I think that there is when you get in a relationship that young, I think that she could potentially feel like she missed out on a big part of the world. I'm dead serious when I say that.
I'm with you.
Like, yo, you going to college or you sending your resume out, you going on interviews, and then you outside working. It's something to experience. And if you never experienced it, I could see where there would be some lack of fulfillment there.
She sound like she living in regret.
see, I didn't hear
I don't
any
take
of
that. Yeah,
No, but that's not on that one clip.
I heard the other. That's why I want to separate the two things out, right? What she said there, I think, was quite reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
They asked her if she saw herself in this place, and she said, "No, I had these other plans for myself, who I would be in the world, what I would do." And then I got into this relationship so young. She said, "You never know where you're going to end up." Basically saying,
that's a fact.
you make plans, and then life happens, and they go in a different direction. It didn't even sound like a complaint to me. It sounded like she was just saying, "Shit happens in life that you don't anticipate." And I think if you ask the average 16-year-old or 18-year-old,
I agree,
what they want to do and where they're going to be in 10 years, and then you look at them 10 years later, the gap between what they said they were going to do and what they actually did is huge.
Yeah.
The reason that the internet is taking this clip and reacting to it a certain way is because they already have a narrative about Ayesha Curry that they've been building based off
things
a few
she said in the past.
Yeah, based off things she said, based off things she's done. They immediately went back and found the clip when she went on the show with Tia Mowry,
showing her
when the cake guy came out and she mocked like she was taking her wedding ring off.
Yeah.
There's the other interviews she's done where she said, "Hey, I never got a chance to, for all intents and purposes, have a whole phase."
She also said some shit like, "Yo, when I go out, I want the men to look at me and want, you know what I mean, with a certain level."
I don't think there's nothing wrong with all that.
I don't get any.
Nothing. This is the thing.
But you're representing someone.
Nah, there's something wrong.
There's a lot wrong with that.
There's something wrong with
As
that.
a representing your
Of
husband.
course you don't
Exactly.
understand.
You're representing your husband. You're representing somebody.
Fuck you.
Let me ask you this, right? If a married man sat on the couch and a beautiful woman walked in and that man said, and act like he was going to go chase the woman, it would be looked at a certain way. You being disrespectful to your wife. If a married man comes in and he's married to, let's say, what's
Asia Wilson.
No,
He married somebody nice. Yeah, go ahead.
Halle Berry or something, right?
Okay.
And then he says, "Yo, when I go out, I'll be wanting these chicks to look at my gray sweatpants too, dog. Like I don't want to be Like it's something to be said about that. Like it's disrespectful to your significant
I think
other.
that also entirely depends on your relationship with your partner, because some partners have like a fun relationship where they joke about that type of shit, and it might not be known by the public that these are jokes in the house.
Steph could think nothing of it, but when you say it publicly, now you open up yourself to public criticism of what the world looks at as appropriate and inappropriate.
I've also seen Steph stick up for her, and some people putting up content.
Recently, he's done that as recently as last week.
Yeah, Killer Mike said something.
Yeah. But Steph is a man of the church.
Yes.
Right? So his views and how he handles things and how he goes about it, like, we get it, one. Two, Steph is part of he flies in that rarefied air of people where there is nothing negative that we know to say about him. He's the 6'1" guy that became the greatest in a sport where we always thought you had to be tall and big. He's this
6'3".
Still short.
He's the tiny guy, but I mean, he made his way to the best shooter in the world. You'd have to really stress yourself to find negative press about him. And it seems like the only time that we can create the internet, when I say we create some type of story about him, is when we hear from
your better half.
And I think that's part of the problem. And I agree with you, Isham, part of that. I wasn't disagreeing with the taking the ring part of it. I was talking about the whole phase part. I was saying that, like, I don't think anything's wrong with her coming out and saying, hey, I never got to have a whole face.
It is something wrong.
I get to drop a different position. Let me say mine. So, for me, the context in which I heard her say it was like every young person has a chance to experiment before they get married. I don't think she wanted to have a whole phase with him, like while she was with him. I think she was saying, I never had a chance to experience single life as an adult. And I do think a lot of people should have that. The ring thing I wouldn't like. You know what I mean? Again, if my wife did it, I would not care.
Based on your relationship.
Based on our relationship, because that's sort of how we joke. It's like when that Denzel video went up, and I was like, and she was like, husband? I ain't got no husband. Like when she was saying it, like, it's funny. To me, it's cute and it's funny, and I don't care. It seems to me that a lot of the people who have a criticism of her have a certain idea of how women should be in relationships. Yeah. And a lot of those people, to your point, Joe, they're partly modeling it based on how men in step, like he's a man of the church. And so there's a certain idea of what church women should look like and what church mothers and first ladies should look like. That view is very similar to the view that many traditional non-church people have about how women should operate. And I don't necessarily think even though Steph's part of the church, that's his view.
I think that to your point about the whole phase, it's Donnell Jones, Where I Want to Be. If you listen to the words of the song, it's basically, we got in this relationship, married early. I don't know what the world is out here to offer. I'm trying to go find out. You can think that. I think that there's a problem when you say, as a married woman, to somebody that is a international star, I missed out on my quote unquote whole phase, meaning that regretfully, I might wanted to have explored that.
I think the difference is with the Donnell Jones lyric was, I want to go see that, and I don't think she's saying that.
He wasn't.
Ayesha Curry said, she's not doing that shit. She's saying
he wasn't married.
But, and people are receiving her constant statements as a tweety. She's not being received as somebody that's just stating the facts of, hey, I missed out on this whole phase. It didn't happen like that.
And I think that's willful ignorance.
She sounds like, hey, I might have missed out on something. And then that turns into, depending on who's getting that, something else. Because you ended up with the tippity top of what men have to offer. And still, so that's why the conversation is a thing. It's nuanced.
I get that.
No. But then it opens up another conversation. Maybe she didn't get the tippity top of what men have to offer. She got that in notoriety and money. But it could be lacking something else. And you, again, make your husband look like he is not sufficient in providing certain things for you.
Because she goes on to say, I'd have never fucked with him back in the day. Like, he just wasn't my type.
Or you can't say that.
When did they get together, though? That's the part of
high school.
So, like, when
they met at some
when she was 12.
When was she not going to fuck?
And then reconnected years later.
Yeah. Which means when you say these things verbally, your husband now looks kind of crazy. But you get what I'm saying?
Actually, we ain't got to get all deep on this.
Yeah.
What is there to not understand about you will be looked at through a certain lens if your significant other, wife, husband, or whoever get out there? We did this with Jada.
Yeah. Yes.
When Jada Pinkett Smith got out there and every other month and year told us how much she missed Tupac Shakur,
nigga,
we judged her.
How much?
No, the young boy that just got drafted.
That's way different.
It's different. The young boy that just got drafted. That plays for Jack. Travis Hunter. His girl's like, yo, he wasn't my type. Blah, 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 blah. I was doing same shit. But Travis Hunter and Steph Curry are nowhere near in the same hemisphere. Not just that, Steph Curry's been married for double-digit years. Well, so for your wife now that you have children with to get on a public platform time after time after time and put that sentiment in the air to even be pondered, to me is disrespectful, bro.
Why you don't look at it as you said it earlier, there's something lacking in the relationship.
Keep that.
Hold on. There's something lacking. With being the tippity top, it comes with a lot of responsibility on the outside that takes away from your family. So why can't you look at it like that, as she is basically crying for help, crying for the attention, crying for the acknowledgement, crying for the respect from her husband. Like, yo, I risked this, even though, you know, we had children. I took care of the children.
That's a fair point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a great point.
But you don't got to tell the world that. You could go in,
bro. That's a great point.
Tell your husband, or
it
get some
still
counseling.
Makes your husband look insufficient.
I got you.
But I guess the only thing and that is a great point. I'm just saying it might not be true. Right. All this hinges on us believing that their relationship is a certain thing that it might not be. They might all be happy and laughing when they get home and
and again, and I get this from the Killer Mike exchange.
Yeah.
He has no problem with anything that's going on with his wife, and he would prefer for the internet to mind their fucking business.
Well, then tell your wife to stop giving us this shit to talk about.
Oh, see, that's where it gets tough.
And I think
that's where it gets tough.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you can't get mad at people speaking on shit that you putting out there.
No, but here's what
it ain't like this is just people making shit up. She herself are saying these things. But it's not. Hold on, let me finish. It's not like it's people just running around. Yo, I think Ayesha Curry thinks this. I think that. She is sitting down voluntarily. She don't have a show or nothing like that. She's going on these platforms time and time again. She's going on these platforms, divulging this information, making him look like this. And yes, people are going to talk.
But see, I guess
getting it from the horse's mouth.
And I guess that's the part I think if she says things in public, we have a right to criticize the things. I agree with that. I think part of the narrative becomes you're embarrassing him. And I think my whole point is we got to stop saying that if he's saying I'm not embarrassed, right? I'm fine with this.
Sure.
Yeah, he's saying y'all are minding my business before he's saying I'm embarrassed about anything.
Exactly. So we should say it's bothering us, not that it's bothering him. Because we almost make it seem like we're standing up for Steph, like we're protecting Steph from his wife's words.
I agree with that.
And it's like Steph is like, nah, I'm good. So
most of this criticism seems
I would feel the same. I know I would feel that way. And this happened with Michelle Obama, and I got to say it bothered me too. When you're and I think this happens with women in particular, but I think black women a lot. And part of it is an effort to humanize us, right? When you get celebrated and you're seen as perfect all the time, a lot of times it's our wives that'll be like, yeah, but he don't take out the trash, or yeah, he don't do it. And after a while, I was like, damn, Michelle, like, say something nice about the guy, right? Not because she doesn't love him. I know she loves him, and I know he loves her. But sometimes it's this effort to show, like, you know, he's an everyday person. I think it does reach to the point where where it starts to be like
demoralizing.
I think it's also a weird thing where we say don't say something nice about the guy when the only things that go viral is her saying things that some could take as negative. She might be saying all the nice shit in the world that just don't go negative.
And that's another
like
negativity
or something that someone could pick at is going to go viral, and not her saying he's the best man in the world.
Especially if there's a narrative.
He made my life great.
Well, see, that's the thing. Hold up for a minute, Freeze. That's when my toxic brain kicks in for a second, because that's not the only thing that goes viral. The little fine cheerleader girl that's standing behind the basket as I'm shooting free throws with the Steph Curry custom-made shirt over titties is going viral too. And while I have to pretend to not see this lady.
What lady?
Exactly. So if my response publicly is just how I carry it, but if this is how I respond to this and how I deal with all that comes on my plate as a famous person, not for him, because you're right, I'd be projecting again. I think there would be some level of expectation as to how you would expect for your partner to handle
the public spotlight.
Or the other part y'all missing is he could just be a real nigga. Like, I could be pissed off about this. I'm not gonna let y'all know. Of course, I'm gonna act like it's all good. Same thing with Barack. Same thing with the rest of them. He can't go out there and show that what she's doing is bothering me. True. So every time the camera's in my face or I say something, I'm gonna stand up for her. Nah, that's cool. That's it. Nah, don't worry about it, man. We good over here.
I think it's unfair to project what your version of a relationship or what your version of how your wife should talk or act or think is on anybody else's relationship. I think that's fucking weird.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
I agree, but we do that with every relationship and how we look at, again, Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. Well, Will Smith could have been.
She was out of pocket.
That was egregious.
She was out of pocket.
I'm not talking about the Tupac shit. I'm talking about the other
shit. Not even the Tupac shit. Who says?
No, she was out of pocket.
Based on our standard, she was out of pocket. Based on what they might have been doing in their household, she wasn't.
You could tell I might based on how Will reacted to some shit too.
Yeah, you could tell Will was affected.
I think at some point Will seemed affected by it.
Yeah,
and if you weren't, then you'd be right. I agree with you.
For a long time, he acted like he wasn't. We saw the red in his eyes, right? We saw all of that shit.
Entanglement.
Maybe the red in his eyes came because now it became public information and public knowledge. He might have had a knowledge of that relationship for a decade. We don't know that, but now that it's out in the world, now I feel embarrassed. I'm on the front page. My wife.
That's the part I'm talking about. I'm only talking about the public part.
Cool. But Parks' point was we can't tell somebody how to basically describe normality in a relationship or normalcy in a relationship. Cool, right? But the people that are looking, they're going to make an opinion with any public relationship.
Again, I'm good with the opinions. If you're in public, we're going to make public opinions. I just think, again, we don't want to project our values, our experience, everything onto that.
Y'all two, Parks and Mark, as married men, if you saw your wife on a television show and when the Chippendales dancer came out, she just mocked, joking, like she was taking her ring off, how would y'all feel?
I'd be fine with it.
I'm gonna fight back on the broadcast that I be on.
Exactly.
You gonna get some muscles?
That too, yeah.
It's some grease. You're gonna get some grease on your chest. No.
See, I agree with y'all. If I was married and I saw my wife do that, I wouldn't pay it no
That wouldn't bother me.
But then if 3 months later,
to a bunch of other things,
something else happened,
and
I
then
maybe
a year
wouldn't pay
later,
no mind either.
Then a year later,
and then 6 months later, like the string of events, at some point I would have the conversation with her. So that's why I like Ice's point, because I assume Steph Curry to be a real nigga.
I would imagine they had conversations. That would be unbelievable to me that they didn't sit down at dinner and say, hey, when you go out there and do these interviews, maybe don't say this. Or he's like, yo, actually throw that shit on the fire. Who gives a fuck? Let's turn shit up.
Yeah, I'd be walking by the dishwasher like, oh, you want to fuck somebody so bad? Sit down. Sit down somewhere. God damn.
Word.
What?
I ain't say nothing.
Oh.
Shout out to the Currys, man.
Shout out to the Currys. Shout out to the Currys. One of my favorite families, man.
I love them.
Seth, all of them.
Yeah.
All of them. Dale.
Pops, yeah.
And Seth is over there on the team now. The brothers playing on the same team. Golden State Warriors.
It's nice back.
It's going to be nice. Deadly shooting too.
I've loved Seth since Duke. And for some strange reason, he believes the Curry family to be great Monopoly players.
Yeah, we've had that back and forth for some years.
I'm putting my money on them.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's the type of nigga you are.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, if somebody has the ability to become the greatest shooters of all time, I think they can figure out Monopoly.
Nah, it's two totally different things.
I'm just saying, I done betting against them.
Totally different world.
I'll slide the shit out of the Currys in Monopoly.
Yeah, my handle different.
I'll slide the shit out of the Currys in Monopoly. There's a few of these niggas that think they nice and shit. I heard Chris Paul think he nice as spades. I could be at any All-Star.
I've heard Chris Paul's a beast.
I could be on any All-Star weekend. I could be there.
Nigga.
Yeah, it can happen. Like some of you niggas that I hear.
You gotta make it happen.
You should go outside and have Joe Budden annual spades off like Dwayne Wade had at the All-Star game.
No, because I'm not coming outside to fucking chase a friendship. If you niggas ever, I'm not coming outside the court. I'm not coming to court.
You're having a spade tournament.
You should though.
That you set up at All-Star Weekend
and invite niggas.
And whoever wants to come, bring their partner.
No, I want some of you big talking, big time money niggas, and I've been saying this since I was broke, to lock in on the spade table just for a little while. I'll play some good music on the aux. Yeah, my dad'll cook something.
So set it up then.
Yeah, my dad'll cook a little something.
But you can set it up.
These niggas are afraid of me, Freeze. That's why I'm on my public platform. These niggas are afraid of me and my partner.
They're afraid of your partner and you.
Oh, however you want to word it. Hey, they both Joe Buddens. Hey, however you want to name it.
Joe Square.
They both Joe Buddens. I'm cool with that. Come on out, man.
Your father will be like a kid in the candy store.
What? My dad every day called me to see when Mark is ready to come out still.
Mark don't want to play spades.
Man, I'm ready.
I know that.
He don't want to play.
I know that.
This is what the Buttons do.
You would have been playing, Mark. Come on.
Man, you say anything.
You would have.
Mark don't want to play.
You would have.
I would have. Yes.
You make time for everything else, nigga. Make time to play spades.
I do make time to play. You just don't even stop.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Go get a bag for 20.
Right.
Go eat a pot burger
right.
and
Beat the
some
buttons and
spades.
spades. Right.
Now you be free. You be free at some point. At some point, you get free. One. And two. Who's to say you can't get 20 from the spade game if you're nice?
So what?
Risking that.
He's lying. This is what happened.
No, he is.
Joe made an appointment to play. We were supposed to play that Sunday, and Joe went MIA. You had an emergency. Something happened. I understand.
Any Sunday for the rest of your life.
Say less. So now
what are you not understanding?
Don't let him say that.
Any Sunday for the rest of your life.
But you gotta call him out on that though. If you bout it, you gotta call him out.
Any Sunday for the rest of his life, as long as air is in your fucking lungs.
You got Chris Paul.
What the hell is he talking about?
There you go. Yo, call Cliff.
I'm not playing with nobody I ain't played with before. Because he's talking too crazy. Now I'm gonna get my partner.
But I'm not talking. I'm talking like just factual shit.
He been saying the same shit from day one.
Yeah, but then he goes ghost. He makes an appointment and then he disappears.
He's right.
He'll pop up 6 weeks later like, we never played before. We ain't played because you disappeared.
You should not go ghost, Joe.
Can we set this up for this? Are you busy this Sunday?
It's hard. I'm tough.
Are you busy this Sunday?
Shit. Huh?
Mark, are you busy this Sunday?
What you say?
You gotta have your partner. They nice together.
No,
yeah, I got a partner.
You got a partner that you can call instantly?
Yeah, yes. The nigga live in New York. We good.
I ain't gonna get my dad excited. Let's wait to see, man. Let's wait to see.
His pop gonna walk up to me at Joe's birthday party, pull me aside like he was carrying a gun, opens up his jacket, and has 2 decks of cards there, and challenge me to a game in the middle of a birthday party. See, what I'm saying? They challenge you when they know you can't play. That's all it is.
I'm trying to progress this. Y'all both say y'all free Sunday.
But he knew.
Can you call your partner today? And
if I told my wife I'm disappearing for an hour to go play spades,
an hour.
Lock in on the Corey table first.
Oh,
go get with Corey. Play Corey and D. Play a few niggas first. Don't just step to me in my day. I'm telling you, and I love you.
He's already ducking the face. See what he's doing?
They know that I'm not ducking the face. You talking to people that know how I carry.
He's not ducking the face. When it comes to spades, he's not ducking the face.
I just want them to play the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm
we
trying
can
to
play this Sunday. My place, your place. You name the spot.
Got it. Say less.
There we go.
I'm ordering some buffalo wings.
Okay.
Say less. All right. So Ayesha Curry. Her relationship, her business. We mind our business.
That's it. We moved on.
But we listen and we judge too, though.
We judge a lot.
But we listen and we judge.
We need to judge something else, Joe.
Let's do it.
Her name is Molly Quero.
What we judging?
She was, we're judging, I'm going to tell you what we're about to judge. She, of course, for those that don't know, was the host of First Take on ESPN for many years. The show that is hosted by Stephen A. Smith at one point, had Skip Bayless, other people over the course of the year, Shannon Sharp more recently.
One of the biggest shows in sports history.
Absolutely, one of the biggest shows in sports history. The flagship show at this point of ESPN, as opposed to say, pardon the interruption. She is an integral part of the show in many people's opinion, in my opinion as well. She left ESPN rather abruptly, about 3 weeks ago. There was speculation about why she left the network, but ultimately,
that tea was hot, and I never touched it.
Yep,
that tea was hot. Don't think that I wasn't in the back channels trying to get a little dose of that tea. That tea was piping hot, but here we are. We back.
And one of the things that came up was most recently the conversation about her contract. That she left because she was insulted, according to reports, at the amount that they offered her and what she was currently making, which was reported to be $500,000 per year.
Which was what? The new offer?
Is that was the new offer, or is that what she was making?
That's what she was currently making. And whatever the offer wasn't significantly higher than that, wasn't sufficiently higher than that to make her stay. I don't know what the new number was. I don't believe it's been reported, but we know that she was making 500 according to the reports, and she felt like 500 was an insulting number, was unfair given what she's given to the franchise. We also know Stephen A's contract as well, which is an overall deal. It's not just for that show. But
what does that have to do with anything?
I'm just putting everything on the table because this is part. No,
it ain't.
No, it is only because that's why some people are upset. I'm not saying it should or shouldn't be. I'm just saying we have a lot of information about salaries there.
Let's get to it.
One particular piece of information we had was Kendrick Perkins, and that might be a better comp. Kendrick Perkins reportedly was making $750,000 at the time that she's making $500,000.
Oh.
Again, I'm just laying out the facts that people were using to make the argument.
I can't wait to hear everyone's thoughts on this.
Yeah, that's why I want to give all the information and let people make their own decisions. And the question was, is she overpaid? Is she underpaid? Is she appropriately paid?
Which was what? The new offer?
Is that was the new offer, or is that what she was making?
That's what she was currently making. And whatever the offer wasn't significantly higher than that, wasn't sufficiently higher than that to make her stay. I don't know what the new number was. I don't believe it's been reported, but we know that she was making 500 according to the reports, and she felt like 500 was an insulting number, was unfair given what she's given to the franchise. We also know Stephen A's contract as well, which is an overall deal. It's not just for that show. But
what does that have to do with anything?
I'm just putting everything on the table because this is part. This
no, it ain't.
No, it is only because that's why some people are upset. I'm not saying it should or shouldn't be. I'm just saying we have a lot of information about salaries there. One particular piece of information we had was Kendrick Perkins, and that might be a better comp. Kendrick Perkins reportedly was making $750,000 at the time that she's making $500,000.
Oh.
Again, I'm just laying out the facts that people were using to make the argument.
I can't wait to hear everyone's thoughts on this.
Yeah, that's why I want to give all the information and let people make their own decisions. And the question was, is she overpaid? Is she underpaid? Is she appropriately paid?
It's hard to know without knowing any real figures, but if we're trying to compare, Kendrick Perkins does a lot more shows than just First Take. So it seems like she was making a respectable, first of all, $500,000 a year is a nice salary regardless. But that seems fair and appropriate. And we can't even use Stephen A because he's on the ESPN night and day and night. Yeah. Regardless of sport.
You cannot use Stephen A. Smith because Stephen A. Smith is an outlier.
Right.
But you can use Kendrick Perkins.
Yes.
You can use Kendrick Perkins because Molly for the last decade has been on that show. She's helped that show become what it was. When Kendrick Perkins got there, that show was already there.
Okay.
Right? No disrespect to him. Kendrick Perkins' journalistic ability.
He be checking to see niggas about shit they say.
Is nowhere near where hers was. I don't know what they do outside of being on a microphone. We don't know what their full job encompasses. Molly's job might be to research the information. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Molly's job is not to research.
They got producers.
I'm saying is I don't know
you kind of see her job.
Extent of their job, so I can't necessarily say that. But
well, let's assume what you see is her job.
I think she was underpaid.
What would fair look like?
$1 million.
What number would you no longer say she's underpaid?
Maybe 800. Because again, you got to judge who your counterparts are. So if Kendrick Perkins is sitting right next to me and he's at $800,000, then she has a fair question asking, why am I not at $700,000?
But he's on other shows, right?
Yeah.
I'm paid by this network. I'm on multiple shows on this network. That would justify me getting
I don't know how many shows he's on.
He pops up on the NBA show.
Late night on the NBA sometimes.
On Sports Center, yeah.
But